What is the anatomy of the skin and what's the function of the skin and what can we do to maintain the health of our skin? We're going to be talking about this in this episode. And the next episode, we're going to talk about what specific types of creams and lasers can we do to help maintain the strength of our skin, especially when we're at home and once we're coming to the Medi-Spa and seeing our plastic surgeon or dermatologist. So let's dive deep into the function of the skin. Now, we do know that the function of the skin, besides making us look good and amazing, is it helps protect us as a barrier. So what does that mean? It's water resistant to a certain degree, so it helps prevent water from going in. So if we're swimming, we're not going to blow up like balloons, and also helps prevent us from losing a lot of water, because we know that human beings, we're almost 80% water, so we don't want to be dehydrating all that water. So also it helps protect us from losing a lot of heat or gaining a lot of heat. It also helps us protect from the sun outside. We all love the sun, or I love the sun, and it's winter now. It's still spring in Canada here. It feels like winter sometimes. I can't wait for the sun to come in, but we have to put the sunblock because we want to maintain the functionality and the health of our skin. We're going to talk about that. But before I mention that, I want to talk to you about the anatomy of the skin, how it looks like when you cut it under the microscope in the histology. So this is just a diagrammatic version of that histological appearance of the skin. This is a healthy looking skin in younger patients or clients or people. This is the thickness of the skin that's thicker, and in older people it becomes thinner. This is the surface, this is the depth. This is the epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. Now the epidermis, as you can see here, is very thin. It's actually like the ozone layer or the atmosphere on the top area of our globe. Is very thin. It's like a barrier that's not very strong, but thick enough to help protect us from those microbes. As a surgeon, we know that when we put a stitch, we have to put the stitch not in the epidermis because it will rip through. We have to put it in the dermis itself. And the dermis is actually the thick part of the skin, made up of the papillary and the reticulodermis, full of collagen. We all know that collagen is an important protein for our bone strength, our cartilage, and the skin. Now, the skin has a lot of collagen fibers, and they're usually aligned parallel to one another, and makes the skin flat and strong. So the reason why I cannot pull my skin off is because of my strong collagen fibers. But with age, with sun damage, and with dry skin, our collagen decreases, starts breaking down, starts becoming less parallel, and we start getting more wrinkles, and we could even get cuts in the skin if our skin is very dry. So we have to maintain the strength of our skin by maintaining the collagen thickness. Now, the collagen is the strength of the skin. What allows the skin to bounce back to its position is the elastin. Think of elastin as elastic bands, helping the skin bounce back to where it was. Again, with sun damage and age, the elastin fibers start breaking down, and that's why the skin starts sagging and doesn't bounce back to where it was. So what can we do to help maintain our skin strength and health? Because we want to stay strong, immunized, and look good for a very long time. So number one, hydration of the skin. Dry skin creates breaks in the skin, and it will bring in viruses and bacteria and may cause infections. Number two, you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself from sun damage, because the skin is there to protect you and the internal organs from the UV light. The melanocytes are there, and they actually create more melanin when needed, and that's why we get tanned when we're under the sun for very prolonged periods of time, because that melanin protects us from the damaging UV. What does UV do? Besides breaking down the collagen fibers, making them less parallel, and breaks down the elastin fibers, making the skin thinner, it also breaks down DNA. And as we know, broken down DNA or damaged DNA causes what? Cancer. And unfortunately, skin cancer is very prevalent, especially in fair-skinned patients. I must have done over 1,000 excisions of skin cancer in my career. It can be an easy surgery, but that's a surgery that you want to avoid anyway and have scars on your face. So SPF minimum of 50 every 2 hours when you're outside and after swimming pool or the beach. Another thing is you want to make sure you're using the right creams and the right type of peels. Now, in my MediSpa, we offer multiple different types of peeling, including mechanical peeling, like dermabrasion or microdermabrasion, like chemical peeling with creams, and also lasers, which are light peels. And we know that skin regenerates every 21 days. So yes, we're like snakes, we shed our skin. So if you're at home quarantined or self-isolating, as you should be doing at this time, and you have all your windows closed because it's pretty cold outside in some countries like Canada here, and you notice, hey, wait a minute, what's that dust doing all around the corners of my apartment or house? That dust is not coming, most of that dust is not coming from the outside, it's coming from you. That's your dead skin. You're shedding off that skin. Every 21 days, the skin regenerates. It's amazing stuff, guys. We actually form new skin because it's removing all that damaged skin. We're like chameleons. We're forming new tissue every day. Our bones are reforming every 2 years. We form completely new skeletal system. Our gut is changing all the time, and our skin. Multiple organs can regenerate. Now, we want to accelerate this regeneration by using peels. Now, unfortunately, our MediSpa is closed to protect our patients, our clients, and our staff. We will be opening soon, I hope, like the rest of the world will be opening. But in the meantime, what can we do at home? Because the lasers we cannot access, and some of the strong peels we can't access, or dermabrasion, but there are some creams that you can access. And I'm going to be sharing with you which creams to be using at night, which creams to be using in the daytime, because the chemical peel or skin cream industry is a multi-billion, with a B, billion-dollar industry that a lot of people are wasting their money. What am I mean by wasting your money? There's a lot of research out there on these creams, facial creams or skin creams. Some creams have HA, hyaluronic acid. We know HA, hyaluronic acid, is a polysaccharide that we inject into the lips or the face to make us look younger or more youthful or more plump. Now, does this HA penetrate through the skin? Some skin creams say that they making you look younger because they have collagen. Does that collagen go through? Now, taking collagen by pill, will that make your skin thicker? As we know, collagen is a protein, and if we eat and ingest that protein, it breaks down in our stomachs, becomes amino acid. That amino acid can form any protein. It's not necessary that if you eat collagen, you're going to form more collagen. So these are the things that people buy into, these supplements or creams that may not be very useful. So in our next video, we're going to be talking about which creams to use, which creams to not use, which creams have been scientifically proven to work, which have not been proven to work. Stay tuned. If you like this video, please share it. Let us know your comments. And if you have any questions, I'm here to serve you and to guide you, especially during this process of how to look and feel your best.